Now, from critiquing and correctly criticizing Nancy Pelosi, I want to bring up something that she potentially is doing right. Potentially. She had an interview. She spoke with the Postmaster General, DeJoy, who has been undermining the post office since he got in position appointed by Donald Trump. He was a major donor to Donald Trump's campaign. He became the Postmaster General. And since he has been undermining, he has been implementing policies that has brought the efficiency of the USPS to a halt. I mean, deliveries are coming late. Prescriptions are getting there late. People will potentially die because of his decisions. And these decisions are being made to help Donald Trump win re-election because the majority of America is going to use mail-in ballots. All right. Everybody understands the score, and hopefully you've been brought up to date. Yesterday, we reported on this show that the Postmaster General made an announcement that he was going to halt every single thing that all these initiatives that they have been undertaking. I digress. We said yesterday that it's easy to stop something when the damage has already been done. And the real question was, is he going to reverse any of the things that he did? And in the interview that he spoke with in the meeting that he had with Nancy Pelosi, he outright said that they were not going to undo the things that they already did. I'm going to read a quote. The Postmaster General frankly admitted that he had no intention of replacing the sorting machines, blue mailboxes, and other key mail infrastructure that have been removed, and that plans for adequate overtime, which is critical for the timely delivery of mail, are not in the works. So there you have it. What he said yesterday, or what he said the day before, rather, I believe he said that on Tuesday, was nothing but a deflection to try to get the heat off of him. The fact of the matter is he did that because he wanted to avoid being called before Congress. And now I think more than ever, he needs to be called before Congress. He needs to be subpoenaed. It should not be optional. And if he chooses to not come before Congress, then he needs to be held in contempt of Congress and thrown into a cell until he testifies, because what he is doing is 100% undermining our democracy. And it's a shame that our democracy, the last line of our defense, right? The very last line of defense for our democracy has come down to the post office. A lot of people like to say this on Twitter and different platforms, and to a certain extent, I agree. And to a certain degree, I disagree. Here's what they say. You can't vote fascism out. There's some truth to that, because Donald Trump is demonstrating that once you have that power, you can manipulate that power to maintain that power, right? But we do have this last line of defense, which is the election that's coming up. And by them trying to infringe upon it, it makes it seem like that statement is true. But if we can stop him dead in his tracks, if we can overcome the barrier that they're placing in front of us to get rid of Donald Trump, then we can successfully get rid of him. Now, the other option is, well, hell, I mean, we're all nice and dressed up. I'm wearing by the way, I'm wearing my suit that I wore at my wedding. You know, I done got back in that suit. So we all nice and clean, but we could take this off, man. Like, there's a lot of civilized people out there who would love to operate within this system and within these institutions to resolve our issues. But if you don't want us to resolve our issues through the system, then we can become uncivilized. So you need to choose how you want to do this, Postmaster General and Donald Trump. If you really think that the way you want this country to proceed is by violating and undoing our ability to rule by a majority rule, or even hell, by the Electoral College for that matter, which is something that was antiquated and needs to be done away with. But if you're trying to infringe upon our ability to vote your ass out of office, then you leave us no option than to go with the principle that I see everywhere, that I try to reject so that we can maintain our civility. And that is, you can't vote fascism out. Well, how else do you think we're going to get it out if we don't do it through voting, my man?